on the win. We've talked to a couple players already. They said it was fun to go down there and win that game and give them a chance at a winning season. How do you capitalize on that confidence now coming into the final game?
We got to build on it. Our kids played well, so we got to build on that. And we talked about just going out and winning this last one for our seniors, and and finishing on a winning note. For those guys coming back for next season, that's something to build on. We'll go into off season and spring ball with a winning record, and for those seniors, it's their last memory of college football, and be able to win that game would be crucial for them and be a great memory. But we got to take that momentum and carry it over to practice and have a good week of practice, so it'll carry over to the field on Saturday.
Let's talk about the two-quarterback system that seemed to work pretty well Saturday, and is that the plan going forward if Blake can't go, or what are your thoughts on that?
I think a lot will depend on Blake, but if that doesn't happen, then we'll probably look into doing that, or a lot depends on how practice goes this week. If Michael or Jake both have a better week, then obviously we're going to play that kid a lot more. But we're just kind of looking for a guy that had a hot hand, and neither one of them really had it, but both did a great job leading the team and doing a good job for us. So if we go into the game and one kid's doing better than the other, then we'll continue to stick with him.
And is there a concern if you were to put Blake back in there after being out for a few weeks that the thought of him being rusty or anything like that, or
Right. Yeah, there's a concern having that long time off, being rusty, and that's going to be one of the determining factors if Blake will be able to play. There's still some pain when he does throw the ball, but the great thing about Blake is he's a big, he's a leader for us, and the kids rally around him, and so he'd bring that to the table. But if his throwing motion's not there, come Thursday, then we won't play him.
And how hard has it been for him not to be in there?
It's been a struggle because Blake's put in the time and waited all this time to have a chance and go out there and lead the team and have the success that he was having before he got injured. Makes it tough, and just to see the guy struggle at times and knowing that he has no control over that's been hard on him. You
talked a lot early in the season about needing a running game. You had it, I guess you'd say Saturday. Tristan had 100 yards. How important was that to the success?
Anytime that you're able to run and not be one-dimensional, it will help your offense, and our guys have been doing that the last couple of weeks, which has been good to see. So we got to continue to build on it. Our offensive lines gain a lot more confidence in their run blocking, and so that's helped. And with the struggle a little bit at the quarterback position throwing the ball, that's taking some pressure off of those guys. And so we'll continue to put an emphasis on it and try to establish a run come Saturday.
I guess you got to be happy with your DB's plays. You're a DB, and you kind of mentor them, talk about their performance on Saturday and having those 2 interceptions.
Yeah, our guys have done a really good job on the back end, and they had the 2 picks by Travis McLeod and Ant Brown. Those were 2 huge plays, 2 plays that stopped the momentum for Incarnate Word, and we got to continue to build on that. And we just had one long pass play that really concerned us, and that was a breakdown from a coverage standpoint. But it's great to see those guys starting to play a lot better and with more confidence, and we're going to need it this weekend going in against Tarleton, since they like to throw the ball so much. You mentioned Tarleton. They've won 4 in a row. What have you seen on their end of it that has helped them be successful here lately? More than anything, they're doing very well in the turnover ratio, creating a lot of turnovers. They're playing with a lot of confidence. They start off slow, playing Abilene Christian and Texas State, 2 tough teams, and so I think that's they fought back through that, and they're playing very well right now. And we're going to have our hands full. They're very athletic on defense, and their quarterback's doing a great job on the offensive side of the ball. So we got to be well prepared and ready to go.
And the fact that y'all haven't beaten them since 2000, obviously that's not on you. This is your first year here. Right. Journalists like to bring that sort of thing up. This is a new era, and I'm sure you're telling your guys probably not to dwell on that sort of thing. That this is a new team this year. I mean, with a new system, and so you know, not to dwell on how long it's been since they've beaten them.
No, we're going to try to use that as a positive for us. You know, when we sat down and talked about goals this past season, one of the goals was to beat Tarleton, because we know that it's been a rival in the past, and we haven't done that since 2000. So our guys got a couple goals this weekend, and one of them was to beat Tarleton, and they know that this could be, you know, something positive gained from it, something that the seniors could leave as a legacy. You know, it's been 10 years since we've beaten them, and so our guys have been talking about that, and we've used it from positive aspects and a negative aspect.
Your overall defensive performance, you yourself had an interception, caused another turnover there in the secondary. Talk about your ability to force turnovers in the last couple of weeks and how it's made a difference for y'all defensively.
It's always big. I mean, when you're a defense, you can create turnovers and cause turnovers. It's always good. Puts a lot of pressure off your defense and gives, you know, momentum for the offense to go and score. So, I mean, anytime we can get a turnover, you know, an interception, fumble recovery, anything, it's always good for the defense and the whole team as a whole.
And what's the confidence like, you know, going into this week? Obviously, you're going to take it up with big nights with the caliber of opponent that you're going to face at Tarleton State. But a good thing is you get them at home. Of course, y'all played kind of better on the road. So I mean, the defense needed to have some momentum going into that game, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, Tarleton State, I mean, they got a real good team out there, and that's one of our rivals. I mean, we haven't beat them since 2000. So I think with these new coaching staff and the players, defense, I think we'll do pretty good at home. It's senior day, and seniors, we're all looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a senior, and I've only been here for 2 years, and we lost a heartbreaker to Tarleton last year. So this year, I think we'll get them this year. We'll be ready.
You know, congratulations, got the win Saturday down there at Incarnate Word. How important was that to even the record up and give yourself a chance at a winning season this week?
Well, that's what the coaches have been talking about, how a winning season is very important to get momentum going into the next year, establish this new program, and so it's really important, especially for recruiting. You know, last year they got a slow start on recruiting, but it'll be real important for these new guys coming in to be coming into a team that, you know, had a winning season, and especially the way we lost a couple games this year is just, it feels good to get a win, especially after that Kingsville game.
Talk about the fake punt, the little leap you had in the air.
Well, it was funny. We were talking about that before the game, and they were asking if we're going to run the fake punt again. And I said, yeah, I'm going to jump over somebody if we do, and sure enough, because I'm not going to make anybody miss, so I just I noticed he was going low, so I just jumped over him. It was fun.
Yeah.
Talking about the quarterback play this last weekend against Incarnate Word, both quarterbacks kind of stepped in and played well, had over 100 yards throwing. Think a combo will be effective this week if it needs to be again?
Yeah, I do, and I mean, just go with whoever's got the hot hand at the time, and Mike and Jake both bring some different things to the table. I trust both of them, and I like having them in there at different times because they do different things well. That it was 3rd and 8 when we went on that last drive last week, and Jake had a nice 15-yard run. And no offense to Mike, but I think Jake's better fitted for that. And you know, so it's nice to have whoever's fit for the situation in there.
Can you talk about that drive that you were mentioning of?
Yeah.
What it was like to just impose your will on another team and go on a 97-yard drive like
right,
that?
That was huge because we weren't really looking for a touchdown. We were just trying to kill some clock, and it's like Coach Gaskamp said yesterday. We converted something like 4 or 5 third downs on that drive. So we were eating up a lot of clock, ran the ball a lot, and it was huge, especially to get that touchdown and just put the game away for sure. It was just a textbook drive. It's really how you want it, like in that situation. Long drive, a lot of plays, and ended up scoring a touchdown.